NCX Group, the leader in information security consulting, is proud to present Bite-Size Security. Here now is NCX founder and CEO, Mike Fitzpatrick.
Welcome back to Bite-Size Security. I'm Mike Fitzpatrick, and this is where we break down one idea that helps you protect what you've built. Today, we're tackling a concept that has moved from the server room to the boardroom. The idea is this: cyber risk has become a core metric of business valuation. Not just a tech issue, not just an IT problem, but a fundamental factor in what your company is worth. Let's dive into why this matters. For years, cybersecurity was treated as background noise, an operational cost center managed by the IT department. It was important, of course, but it wasn't something directly tied to a company's enterprise value. It was viewed as a technical shield, not a strategic asset. That all changed the moment buyers, insurers, and regulators started asking a different, more demanding question. They stopped asking, "Are you secure?" and started insisting, "Can you prove it?" This isn't just a change in wording, it's a change in the burden of proof. The responsibility shifted from repelling attacks to demonstrating resilience. In any major transaction, the party that can't provide this proof is the one who pays the price for that uncertainty. That is the fundamental shift. Let me share a quick and very real story. A CEO I worked with was preparing to sell his technology business. The numbers were strong, operations were solid, and he felt completely ready for his exit. But then, the buyer's due diligence team asked for tangible evidence of the company's cyber readiness. They weren't just asking for firewall logs. They wanted governance policies, vendor oversight procedures, data classification standards, and a recently tested incident response plan. The CEO didn't have it documented. He had good intentions and he felt secure, but he had no proof. In the world of multi-million-dollar deals, a lack of proof is interpreted as a lack of control. The buyer leveraged this uncertainty to argue for a higher risk profile, ultimately reducing their offer by 8%. No breach, no disaster, just a lack of documented evidence. That small gap in certainty came at a significant cost. Some things in business are just obvious. You can't get funding without audited financial statements. You can't claim revenue without signed contracts, and you can't hire people without employment agreements. Cybersecurity has now firmly joined that list of foundational, non-negotiable business functions. If you cannot produce clear, organized evidence of your cybersecurity posture, you cannot effectively defend your valuation. It's like trying to sell a house without being able to prove you own it. The connection is as direct as touching a hot stove. You don't need a complex lesson to understand the inevitable, painful outcome. Buyers and investors demand clarity, and when it's missing in the cyber domain, they immediately gain powerful leverage in negotiations. We're stepping into a decade of huge business transitions, exits, mergers, and recapitalizations. In this new landscape, leaders need to face a hard truth. You don't have to suffer a data breach to lose value. All it takes is a lack of evidence that you have your data under control. This is already happening. Cyber insurance carriers now base their premiums on provable controls like multi-factor authentication. Regulators are demanding documented governance and board-level oversight. And private equity firms, the masters of risk assessment, want proof that cyber risk has been managed before they'll even consider closing a deal. This shift changes the core question a CEO needs to ask. It's no longer, "Are we secure?" but rather, "Can I defend my valuation when a buyer starts asking tough questions?" These are two very different conversations. One is about technology, the other is about value. So here is the essential takeaway. Cybersecurity is no longer just an operational issue. It is not something you can delegate and simply hope for the best. It has become a fundamental part of how the market decides what your business is truly worth. Once you fully grasp that reality, your entire approach to risk management must change. You'll see that managing cyber risk is an act of value protection. It either preserves your company's value or its absence erodes it. This is the new reality every CEO needs to understand early, not when it's already too late. Thanks for listening to Bite Size Security. If today's episode got you thinking more deeply about your own business, I encourage you to share it with another business owner you care about. They might be just one difficult question away from a very expensive mistake during a future transaction. If you have a topic you want me to cover in a future episode, you can always reach me through our website at ncxgroup.com. Until next time, stay sharp, stay vigilant, and protect what you've built.
Thanks for listening to Bite Size Security, presented by NCX Group. For the latest updates in information security, please visit our site at ncxgroup.com. NCX Group can also be found on Facebook and Twitter as NCX Group. Thanks for listening.